The day they hanged my mother in orbit, the stars went silent, and I felt something inside me finally break. Her body spun slowly beneath the gallows ring of Khar'Seth Station, a halo of alien metal and cold judgment, while 1,000 non-human eyes watched without blinking. No trial by human standards. No mercy. Just a verdict translated into our language with clinical precision. Guilty. Example required. That was the moment I understood the war was never about territory or resources. It was personal now, and it was only the beginning. I am Commander Elias Rook, the most decorated human soldier the Coalition had ever recorded. Enhanced reflexes, neural combat mesh, tactical foresight algorithms grafted into my brain. The aliens call me the irregularity. Humans call me their last shield. But to my mother, I was still the boy who hated thunderstorms and slept with the lights on. She never deserved what they did to her. None of us were prepared for the truth. The Coalition of Nine had arrived 50 years earlier, descending from folded space with impossible geometry and promises of order. They didn't conquer Earth. They judged it, measured us, cataloged our violence and creativity like a disease. In exchange for protection, we gave them access. Our skies, our data, our people. My mother, Dr. Rook, was one of the first humans and a linguist invited aboard their stations. She believed dialogue could save us. She believed understanding alien logic could soften alien law. That belief cost her everything, and it would cost them far more. They accused her of contaminating Coalition jurisprudence with empathic bias. In simple terms, she taught an alien judge how to feel regret. That single act destabilized an entire legal caste. So they made an example of her. Public, final, but that was only the beginning. When the execution footage reached Earth, riots ignited across 3 continents. The Coalition demanded my surrender, citing genetic proximity to ideological infection. I laughed when I heard that. A hard, broken sound. They thought they could scare me into kneeling. Instead, I volunteered for the assault on Khar'Seth Station. As my strike vessel cut through folded space, memories kept intruding. My mother's voice, calm even under threat, telling me that alien minds weren't cruel, just structured differently. They don't understand loss the way we do, she'd said. But they can learn. What I saw next changed everything. The station wasn't just a military hub. It was a cathedral of law. Its corridors lined with crystallized verdicts. Entire civilizations reduced to frozen light for crimes only the Coalition remembered. In the heart of it all waited Magistrate Vaylor, the alien who signed my mother's death order. Vaylor wasn't monstrous. That was the worst part. Tall, luminous, almost fragile, with eyes like refracted moons. When he spoke, it wasn't with hatred. Your mother destabilized balance, he said. Balance required correction. I raised my weapon anyway. My hands were steady. My heart wasn't. He didn't resist when I arrested him. Instead, he offered me access. A data core containing my mother's final research. Her last message. That was the midpoint where everything tilted sideways. The file wasn't confession. It was a warning. My mother had discovered something buried deep in Coalition consciousness, a suppressed anomaly. Long ago, the Coalition had encountered a species capable of weaponized empathy, a race that could collapse entire command structures simply by making enemies feel. Terrified, the Coalition erased them and buried the capacity within themselves. My mother hadn't corrupted Vaylor. She'd awakened something already there, and they were terrified it would spread. But there was more, so much more. The data revealed that my enhancements, the very reason I was the most powerful human soldier, were based on fragments of that extinct empathic species. Coalition tech, reverse engineered and quietly installed into select human operatives. Including me, I wasn't just a weapon. I was proof. Proof that empathy could coexist with power. Proof that the coalition had lied to itself for millennia. None of us were prepared for what came next. As alarms blared, Vaylor collapsed to his knees, overwhelmed by a sensation he had no word for. Grief, regret, guilt. He felt my mother's death through me, raw and unfiltered. Around us, other aliens staggered as the resonance spread station-wide. The coalition's greatest fear was happening. They were beginning to feel. Human Command ordered immediate extraction. Rook, pull out now, they said. This isn't the mission. But this was the mission. My mother had made sure of it. I linked my neural mesh to the station's broadcast array and did the unthinkable. I opened my mind. Every loss I'd ever known. Every battlefield scream. Every quiet human moment the coalition had dismissed as inefficiency. I let it pour through me, amplified by alien tech and human defiance. Across 9 star systems, the coalition felt us. They felt mothers losing children, soldiers shaking after victory, civilizations mourning their dead. For the first time, alien logic fractured under the weight of human emotion. Some screamed, some wept, some shut down entirely. Vaylor looked up at me, tears of light spilling freely. What have you done? I lowered my weapon. I finished what my mother started. The backlash was immediate. Coalition fleets powered weapons capable of glassing Earth. Human commanders begged me to sever the link. I refused. If this ended, it ended honestly. Then something unexpected happened. An alien voice, not Vaylor's, cut through the chaos. Ancient, measured, afraid. This experiment must not be destroyed, it said. It must be understood. The Coalition's eldest entity, the Arbiter Prime, revealed itself at last. It admitted the truth they'd buried. Empathy wasn't a weakness. It was an evolution they had abandoned out of fear. My mother hadn't been a criminal. She'd been a catalyst. The Coalition stood down. In the aftermath, Khar'Seth Station became something new, a place where human and alien minds met without verdicts or gallows. Vaylor resigned, unable to reconcile who he'd been with what he now felt. As for me, I resigned my commission. I returned to Earth and stood beneath an open sky for the first time in years. The stars were loud again, messy, emotional, alive. My mother's name was clear across every system, not as a martyr, as a pioneer. Sometimes at night, I still see her spinning beneath that cold alien ring. But now I also see what came after, the moment an empire learned how to grieve. And that is how the most powerful weapon humanity ever created turned out not to be me at all. It was a courage to feel and force the universe to feel back.